basically create changes on a monthly, weekly basis, and that after the course of 6 months, minimum or maximum, you completely modify your lifestyle without even noticing it, without even feeling like it was too much work, right? That's what we do for in terms of behavior. And again, you can do this with everything. You can do this with nutrition. You can do this with sleep. You can do this with activity. Decide to go to the gym once a week. 30 minutes. Next week, decide to do 40 minutes, still one session. The week after that, decide to go for 1 hour. In a sense, there's still one gym session only. You just need to allocate that one day, but in that time frame, you want to like optimize that time frame, and then you're going to repeat that. And that's how you ease yourself in a fitness transformation as busy professional. If you don't have anything to do with your life, then going all in from the first week is going to work, that's for sure. But we need to also remember the priorities that we have in life. Whenever some of you guys, maybe you're gonna go home to your wife, to your kids. You need to take care of those people. You cannot directly go to the gym and just, yeah guys, stay hungry, I'll come back later. You need to take care of them first. And that's where it becomes super important to do things once at a time, all right? And the takeaway is, you don't need extra time in the day, you need a strategy, which means the whole excuse of, I don't have time. Yes, it's true, nobody has the time, but you are not supposed to have time. You just need to have a strategy, and doing one thing at a time is actually the strategy, all right? Now, moving on to the next part, which is very interesting, is where I'm gonna teach you guys to build your own meal plan. I'm not anti-meal plan first. If you want to go out there, pay somebody to tell you what to eat, that's okay. But that's exactly the problem I have with it. I feel like as grown people who pay their bills, I would not want to have somebody telling me, hey, this amount of oats every morning, this amount of this every morning, etc., etc. I don't feel like it makes sense. I feel like we have so much power of ownership on everything in life, and it just doesn't make sense for me to have somebody telling us what to eat. So this is how you guys are going to be able to build your own meal plan. Protein addition. First thing you want to do is, so here it is. Calculate your body weight in kg, multiply that by 2. That's going to be the goal of protein that you need. I personally am 86 kg right now. My goal of protein every day is going to be, oh my gosh, I'm bad at this. 170, let's just say 170, okay? Now, I'm gonna go on the internet, get a list of food rich in protein with their protein values. I want to look at all the foods that I love and see how much protein they have. Then I'm going to take that list and I'm going to make a calculation and try to match the amount of proteins to my goals, which means that, for example, again, I need 170 grams of protein in a day. I know that 100 grams of chicken is 30 grams of protein each. So what I'm gonna do is, if I'm crazy enough to just eat chicken for the rest of the day, I'm gonna maybe go for 500 grams of protein each, and that's it. So it's all about calculation, planning the thing. And now the question is, what do I do with carbs and fats? As far as what the study says, as long as somebody equates and respects their goal of protein and pay attention to carbs and fats to distribute it in a proportionate way and don't overeat, you will be okay. You might even lose weight. Because again, going back to what proteins do for your body, it builds your body. If you are somebody who does resistance workouts, you are going to build muscle, and we know that building muscle is going to allow you to lose weight. Another thing that proteins do is that it's going to allow you to, it's going to make you be satiated all the time, all right? Which means that it is going to have a direct impact on your hunger signals. If you were somebody who were hungry all the time, the fact of eating enough protein for yourself is going to keep you full, and it's going to take you away from the whole fact of trying to overeat or going for a snack. That's why proteins are actually cool. So my recommendation is calculate your protein intake, work on that, and then just keep having the same carbs and fats as you want and see how you change. Again, everything that I do here, guys, is things that have been working with me as well as people I worked with, okay? So I did not put it out of nowhere. There's a backed up data as well as success story to show that this thing works. And then now we're going to move towards stress. Remember how stress is important. And obviously, if you acknowledge the fact that you are an overstressed person, the first thing you need to do is to work with a therapist, to find the professional help, okay? To find a stress coach. I'm not a stress coach. I don't do that. However, there are advices that I can give from a nutritional and lifestyle perspective that could help you lower your stress. And that's the first one is quality and quantity sleep. We want to ensure quality and quantity because that's basically where our body gets in upregulation mode, okay? We got different sets of hormones that makes this body turn, all right? We got hormones of growth, hormones of hunger, hormones of appetite, hormones of well-being. All of those hormones have only sleep as the most powerful tool to keep them upregulated. If you don't sleep well, you're gonna have all kinds of dysregulation the next day. Most of the time, the first thing that we find when somebody is underslept is they have very high cravings or no appetite at all. Because of the simple fact that the hormone of hunger and appetite gets regulated in there. So if you don't sleep enough, your body's gonna make you feel like you're hungry while you're not. Your body's gonna make you feel like you're full while you're actually not. So sleep is important. Find yourself a bedtime routine. Consume melatonin or zinc. These are super powerful supplements that increase the production of sleep hormone of your body, which means it's not just some sleep syrup, because we know that these just knock you down and actually dehydrate you, make you feel like crap the next day. We don't want that. Melatonin and zinc are more optimal. Warm shower, reading books, no screen before sleeping, no alcohol. I myself struggle with all of those. I'm going to be completely honest. I love staring at my screen at night. I'm trying to work on that. These are going to be super important if you want to ensure that good quality, quantity sleep. Okay. From a nutrition perspective, carbohydrates after waking up, carbohydrates after a workout session. Going back to the whole fact of being stressed and having that high production of cortisol. I think I've already actually mentioned that carbohydrates are an antagonist of cortisol. The moment where your cortisol production is super high is when you wake up and when you finish your workout. It's high during the whole rest of the day, assuming that you are somebody super busy, but the highest peak are usually when you wake up and after a workout. So the very useful thing that you can do for yourself to shut down or to have control on that cortisol peak is to get your carbs, because it is going to drive some blood up and then make that blood crash. And that's actually going to, the level of cortisol is going to follow that crash too, which is cool. Supplement that regulates stress, magnesium. Other things from a lifestyle perspective that you can do is to do some stretching, sauna, yoga, massage, mindful breathing. Therapy, again, walk session also help you lower stress. The fact of walking, maybe listening to a podcast, taking deep breaths on the way, have a very high impact on the level of chillness, if that makes sense, or level of calm that somebody has. So all of those things that you can directly practice from moving from tomorrow if you want to. And that's basically the thing with stress. Now we're gonna move into the last part, which is workout. I put workout last because, again, there's an order in everything that I've talked about, which means that the thing that we talk about here is not going to be optimal if we did not ensure that we kind of managed what came before. So workout comes last, assuming that you are kind of taking care of yourself, taking care of your stress, assuming that you are moving enough, assuming that you are eating the right way. Now you can go in your workouts hoping that you will make the best of it. What happens is that everybody rushes to work out and put themselves through all kinds of intensive trainings without even eating the proper amount of food. So what happens is it becomes counterproductive. It becomes a very powerful stressor. So this is an ideal and realistic workout program, again, based on what I have learned and also what I've figured out from my clients. I don't say that others apart from this don't work. I'm just saying that in the context of being busy, looking for ways to become healthy, then this is the ideal. Again, we just want to be healthy. Unless you want to become pro bodybuilder, you might need a specific workout that is completely different. But if you just want to kind of, sweat a bit, make yourself feel good, then this should work. 2 to 3 workouts a week, both traditional strength training, full body workout, 1 hour maximum, not more, maybe even less if you can. And in between, you go for 10,000 steps on non-training days, and even on training days. You always want to have an average of 10,000 steps. On non-training days, I even have my clients walk 20,000 steps, which gets them to lose weight right away, because that's a lot. That's kind of almost equivalent to a whole workout if you think of it. Why do I like this? Because it's an ideal frequency per muscle group. We need to remember that, for example, if I want to work on my chest, I need to hit my chest at least 2 times a week and do a minimum of 10 sets in total throughout the week. So imagine that you go to the gym 3 times a week doing the same workout. That means you might do 5 sets of squats on Monday, 5 sets of squat on Wednesday, 5 sets of squat on Friday. That's a very high volume and a very high frequency. And what's cool is that you will still have a life. You only need to go to the gym 3 times a week, and even 2 times. Even 2 times would be enough. We speak about the famous bro split, where you go to the gym one day to work on one muscle group, one muscle group, one muscle group, one muscle group, just one every time. There's nothing bad about that, but I'm all about saving people's time. That's the thing. So if you have the time to go to the gym, then that can work with you. But if you are time crunched, want to make the best of each session, full body workouts are going to work for you. That's why I like it. It's ideal for muscle growth, again, because of the whole frequency thing. And then we already know that increasing muscle is going to increase your ability to lose fat, because the more you build muscle, the more your body needs to burn calories to keep that muscle, which is then going to allow you to shrink without much effort. And it's not time consuming. Again, you only need to go to the gym 3 times a week, 1 hour maximum. That's nothing when we think of it, compared to having to go every day, right? And also it's less stressful on the body and central nervous system, which makes it sustainable. I'm not saying that it's not stressful at all, okay? If you go under the weights and push those heavy weights, it is gonna have a certain impact in terms of stress application. But if we compare a set of squats where you give yourself 2 minutes in between your sets to rest, to a workout of maybe HIIT, a circuit workout where your heart rate is just high pumping up the whole time, we look at the difference in terms of stress application, and traditional strength training is going to have less stress impact. That's why I prefer this workout pattern. So if you want to take it and give it a try, it has been working for me personally. I work out full body most of the time. Sometimes I just split upper body, lower body, and it has helped, if I can say so. Now guys, after that, putting it all together. Again, none of what we have talked about today is going to be helpful to you if you don't manage or address your stressors. Right now, you need to build that list of things that stress you, that you have control on, and things that stress you that you don't have control on. I know that there's some non-negotiable. We all are adults with the things that they need to go through and that they need to manage without having the choice. So these things, perfectly fine. What you can do against those things are to just learn to neutralize it, to make it seem like it's not that much of something to deal with. Build yourself a tougher skin, okay? On the things that we know we do and that don't have that much importance, but have this kind of dose of stress that they inflict to you, you need to work on that, because these things, when you repeat them, they become the kryptonite of health. Next up, treat yourself as you treat a brand new Lamborghini. If you buy a brand new Lamborghini, you're not going to keep that in the garage. If I had one, I'll put it out there in the street so that everybody would see it. Call me cocky. But basically, I'll drive it. I'll take care of it, I'll wash it every day so it keeps shining. If I want to add some new accessories to it, I'll do that because it's just gonna look even better. And I will make sure to give it some time of rest and to give it fuel it needs in order for me to be able to drive it wherever I want. Your body is the same. Take care of your body. It's your best asset. We only have one. You need to feed your body the right way. You need to use your body the right way so that it does not burn out. And you also need to ensure that your body is well entertained and well built. That's why proteins and carbs and fats are important. That's what they do for our life. And the last part, guys, is that it is a lifestyle and not a deadline. And this is what I'm gonna leave you guys with today. Many people usually come to me saying that they want to lose 20 kg in 2 months. Then the question I have for them is it the end of the world in 2 months? Are you gonna die in 2 months? What's gonna happen in 2 months that makes you have such a rush to accomplish things? God forbid nothing happens to any of us in the room, we might live a couple of decades. So why not act accordingly? Do not try to finish things right away, because what happens is, it's just like success. I think we have all maybe heard a quote as for how if you reach success too fast, chances are you might crash fast as well. It's the same thing with a fitness journey. You want to ease yourself into everything, take your time to implement things. And speaking about time, it's okay to not have time. It is just not okay to not prioritize yourself. You need to remember that You are your own hero, all right? If you guys here, I'm pretty sure you guys all work hard to, contribute in some ways in this big school, in your family, and in everything else. And the reality is, if you don't ensure that you're on top, everything else is also going to slack. So you need to always keep yourself up here in order for you to be excellent in everything, all right? You don't want to tell yourself, I don't, like, the whole misconception that people have is to say, I need to diet. You don't need to diet. You deserve to diet. I need to go work out. I got to do this workout. You don't need to do this workout. You deserve to do this workout. You deserve to take care of yourself. It's not about, I need to lose some weight. I need to, it sounds like it's an obligation. That's the thing. While it's not, you have the privilege and you deserve and you have the right to claim a better version of yourself. So, starting from today, it does not have to be rushed. It doesn't have to be every day new change. It can be weekly, monthly. At the end of the day, you're not racing against anybody, but do not put yourself down here. Yes, you got priorities. It's up here. What you want to do is, this is your fitness journey. Make that fitness journey adapt and embrace those priorities. Do not make your priorities embrace your fitness journey, because that's how you usually fail. You need to find that right balance between both, and you should be successful. That would be it for me for today, guys. Today I've covered practical, I hope it was practical tips, and also hacks that you guys can maybe use to become a better version of yourself. And thank you all for listening. I'll be opening up for questions now, if you guys have any. Right now, in order for you guys to find questions to ask me, I would like you to just ask yourself, which part of the dieting process do you find more hard? Which part of the workout process do you find more hard? If you guys have any questions. But that will be pretty much it for me for today. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Any questions are welcome.
Not so much.